Good morning or afternoon, everybody. I'm ZstormGames, and we just got slapped with some beyond exciting news. The big ol' reveal of what the PSVR 2 is gonna look like. It appears the PSVR 2 is gonna be white in color with a kind of orb shape to it that matches how the Sense controllers look. Now we are gonna dive into all that we've just learned from these pictures and everything that we already know from the Consumer Electronics Show 2022 announcement. As I'm sure you already know, because you're watching this video, Sony's been hard at work on their next generation PlayStation VR headset that's going to be powered by the PS5. Up until CES 2022, we had info on the PSVR Sense controllers, but only rumors about the actual headset itself. But Sony confirmed all of it during the CES press conference, going more in depth on the specs of the upcoming headset. The PSVR 2 is set to offer a 4K HDR OLED display with a resolution of 2000 by 2040 per eye at 90 Hz or 120 Hz refresh rate. Now, this is a huge deal because we haven't seen a mainstream VR headset with an OLED display since the Quest 1, let alone something with this resolution being an OLED display. And in case you're unfamiliar with the difference between LCD or OLED displays, OLED can offer really rich and deep colors, most noticeably being the black levels in dark scenarios. Over the past few years, OLED technology just wasn't at the point for that high resolution and high refresh rate that was able to be affordable to consumers. And in case I didn't state it before, it's two individual OLED panels. Headsets like the Quest 2 cut down on cost by having a single panel inside the headset, allowing there to be some lost resolution between the spacing of the lenses. Speaking of the lenses, it is confirmed that the PSVR 2 will have Fresnel lenses, which I was actually pretty bummed to hear about at the time. Now, if you've been in the VR game for a while and you know anything about Fresnel lenses, you know that while they reduce the size and weight and the cost of the VR headset, they have these little rings grooved into the lenses which can cause white text on a black background to shine light into your eyes, kind of like little light rays, or God rays as they call it. But let's take a closer look at these specific Fresnel lenses that we see here today. Now, though they are supposed to be Fresnel lenses, and it probably is just the render, these lenses look pretty crystal clear to me. Back in 2020, Sony filed a patent for the manufacturing of a new type of Fresnel lens which can surpass the God rays downside that today's lenses have by adding a light absorption portion to the surface of the lenses. Now, are these the new lenses that we see here in the headset? Nobody knows for sure yet, but we'll know more on that closer to the launch of the PSVR 2. The headset aims to give users 110 degrees field of view, which is 10 degrees more than the PSVR 1 offered, but it's relatively equal to that of the original CV1 Rift or the HTC Vive Pro. The spec sheet states that there will be an adjustable lens separation, which means we'll have an adjustable IPD range, which will be controlled via a dial on the headset, though they didn't state what the range is yet. One thing I hope for with the headset is the option to be able to move the lenses in and out from your eyes. This is something the original HTC Vive offered and something that the Valve Index offers, as well as various other headsets. This makes it, one, nice for those who have glasses so you can adjust that space to be able to fit your glasses, and two, for those without glasses, you're able to adjust those lenses really close to your eyes to be able to get that maximum field of view. One really cool new feature about the PSVR 2 that we haven't seen in Western consumer VR headsets is eye tracking. Well, other than the HTC Vive Pro Eye, which wasn't really a consumer priced headset. This will allow for more in-depth social interaction so the headset can see where your eyes are moving and match that on your avatar, as well as the option for foveated rendering in games, allowing those developers to really be able to beef up those graphics and still maintain a consistent frame rate on console-based hardware. Now, foveated rendering works by seeing where your eyes are moving and only rendering that high detailed graphics where your eyes are and scaling down the graphics all around everywhere else. The headset is stated to have a 4-camera inside-out tracking system like that of the Oculus Quest, of which we can see here in the newly revealed pictures. This will be used to track the position of the headset as well as the controller position. The Sense controllers for the PSVR 2 to me are probably the most exciting thing about this headset. The PSVR 2 Sense controllers have adaptive triggers just like the PlayStation 5 controllers. Now, what that means is developers will be able to add that extra feeling of tension when pulling back a bow or pulling a trigger on a gun. Like most VR controllers, there will be haptic feedback, but the haptic feedback that Sony can provide is currently the best of the best. There will be finger touch detection, which I'm assuming is capacitive, of your thumb, index, and middle finger group. And we will also see joysticks on each controller, maybe with some added magical power inside that'll help prevent any future drifting of the joysticks. Now, the next part is something I was really shocked about when I first heard it. headset haptic feedback. Now, this is something that just sounded like fantasy stuff to me until I had originally tried out the bHaptic's tactile facial interface. The first time that I got headshot in Population 1 by Asako was both terrifying and exhilarating. It didn't hurt as it was just a vibration, but it did really add that next level of immersion that I didn't know I needed until I had it. This headset vibration is controlled by what Sony says is just a single motor. So not sure if this is going to be tactile and precise or kind of just a vibration on your head. Sony also implemented a really cool venting feature of the headset that allows air to get through and to prevent the fogging up of the lenses. Now some of you may be asking, oh wow, yeah, cool specs so far, but how much will all this tech weigh down on my noggin? Now we weren't given a specific weight on the headset, but Sony did say it had a slight weight reduction, which I'm assuming they were referring to the original PSVR. Now in comparison, the Quest 2 weighs 503 grams, but it's really front heavy due to all the tech that's packed in there. A headset with these specs weighing in at around 600 grams with what appears to be a well-balanced Halo style head strap is going to be a must for comfort. Now here's the most asked question: will the PSVR 2 be wireless? In an age where consumers love the freeing, immersive feeling of a wireless headset, surely it must be wireless, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case with the PSVR 2. The PSVR 2 will be connected to the PS5 via a Type-C cable. Now, before you get all angry and click off this video, just hang on a second. Hear me out. There's actually some good reasons for this being a wired headset. Now, with it being wired to the console, you're not gonna have to worry about keeping your headset charged. I can't tell you how many times I've went through After the Fall and people are playing on their quests and they completely forget to charge their headset and it just dies mid-run. It's the most frustrating feeling being on the other side of it with someone who has a charged headset and being on the side of the headset that just dies like that. You also don't have to worry about randomly disconnecting from your console due to some wireless issue. And I'm sure one of the biggest reasons why it's not wireless was to try and keep the cost down to consumer levels so they didn't have to go ahead and jack it up to $700-800. And if you didn't know, a lot of modders were able to take the original PSVR headset and get it connected to a computer and were able to play different games on the PC with the PSVR headset. Now with this headset being connected with just a single Type-C cable, there's a strong possibility that we're going to be able to use this headset for PC VR. Now I'm sure there's things in place that aren't going to allow that at first, but somebody's going to figure it out, and being able to use this headset on PC VR would be insane. It would instantly become a direct replacement for the Valve Index or any other PC VR headset right now on the market. The PS5 is already $400 to $500 if you're lucky enough to be able to even buy one. Now here's a little crazy theory of mine. If you looked at the original showcase of these Sense controllers, you would notice they were fully black, not white. Which is cool and all, design changes happen, but if you look a little closer comparing the two, you will see the black controllers are smooth all around, no splits in the plastic. Now with looking close at the PSVR 2 controllers, you can see these splits right here on the white plastic. At CES 2022, Sony announced special covers for their PS5s to allow users to change the color of their console. Could Sony be looking to do the same thing for the PSVR 2? Okay, now on to some of the negatives that I noticed about this headset. There is no built-in audio solution, or at least none that we've been made aware of. We have a Halo style head strap and a stereo audio jack on the headset. That's it. Sure, the PS5 has Bluetooth and you can connect your own Bluetooth headphones, but for a next-gen VR headset to not have any type of integrated audio, even if it's just speakers like the Quest, that's crazy to think about. But maybe that also helped cut back costs by a lot. Also, taking a closer look at the head strap, it's very clear that you're not going to be able to change this head strap out. And I personally am not really a fan of Halo style head straps, so we're going to have to see how this one feels on my head. Now, why won't you be able to change it out, you ask? Well, if you look a little closer, somebody had the genius idea to put what appears to be a non-removable Type-C display cable built into the head strap. You were so close, Sony! Now, if this were to substantially offset the production costs and make this headset cost somewhere around $300 like the Quest 2, then yeah, it would be worth it. But the chances of that happening are not very likely. That's about all the specs we have right now, with more to be revealed about the headset in the coming months. What do you think about the PSVR 2? Are you excited to finally have a AAA 4K console-based VR headset? A chance for PlayStation exclusives that made the original PSVR so amazing? or just something new to get away from all the other headsets on the market? Let's chat in the comments down below. I try to respond to everybody, so feel free to speak your mind. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to subscribe, as I'm always trying to produce high quality content and bring awareness and fun to the VR community. Thanks again for watching, folks, and as always, never give up. Peace out.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike, I go hard day and night. Yeah.